Gaselnikov's wife, failed love and first victim. 1991 Spesivtsev is 21 years old. He still lives with his mother in an apartment 357. His sister Nadia moved out a few years ago, leading a closed lifestyle. Who led himself with passive and his mother. No friends they had. There was no one to pour out the soul, speak out about everything. What's disturbing? In 2991, such a person will appear. Sasha Spesivtsev will meet a 16-year-old girl. Gaselnikova's wives. Young people will start with a teenage look. Gentle novel. Sasha writes a love poem to a girl, and she introduces him to his parents. It seems the case is going to the wedding. Mila Spesivtseva leaves to live with her daughter out of town, not to prevent a young couple from living together. However, soon in their relationship will begin constant quarrels, finding out relationships. At one point, Spesivtsev beat the girl so hard that she went to the hospital with a head injury. Soon Sasha comes to visit the girl in the ward, and right there pounces on her with fists. Sister can barely pull Spesivtsev away from the victim, who after this incident broke off already with the former lover every contact. However, as soon as the wife was discharged from the hospital for an unknown reason, went to the apartment. Spesivtseva then signed her death sentence. The wife will not come out of this apartment, and her body won't be discovered until a month later. All this time Spesivtsev tortured her, put out cigarette bowls about her, starved, cut with a knife and beat mercilessly. Sickening screams heard throughout the entrance. Drowned out loud music which lists included every day. He always put one of the speakers on the balcony. The neighbors probably guessed something terrible is happening in the apartment where the unloved family of listeners lived. However, for the same reason, they did not even knock and check if everything is okay. We don't know who called the police. Neighbors who suddenly dared, or parents of wife suddenly remembering the existence of daughter. According to one version, the most believable, law enforcement officers called the residents of the house. Police found the corpse of his wife in a room with Spesivtsev, lifeless, dried like a mummy, covered with numerous ulcers. Body lay on the couch. Himself with Spesivtsev alive and unharmed lay on the floor, despite the girl's age of 16. She looked about 12. Only one thin robe was thrown on the naked body. When the passives were taken out of the apartment, he shouted to the neighbor's wife's parents' number and continued, "Let them take their daughter." In the death of the girl he blamed everyone, but just not yourself. It's your fault for her death. You didn't call the police. Someone raped his wife, and you did not call. After these words Spesivtsev fell silent. He was brought outside. You and I will discuss the details later. Why did everyone leave the girl? But here on face example of families, environment, and a mentally unhealthy person abandoned to his own self-satisfaction, all faced with romantic youthful relationships. We all know about that. There are very often delusional ideas of falling in love, feeling of that we will not find anyone further. But here we are talking to you about sick brain. To your question why, same she's back. Well, so this is a crush. Classic crush. When everything in the eyes is closed with pink glasses, everything eclipses. There is no shortage. The stupid wording of the series beats is appropriate here. Means loves and so on. This girl is not guilty of anything. She thought he could fix himself. Change, and we see this is throughout half of human history. Open your any news feed, and you will find today this story. Later the neighbors will say, "We thought that Sasha was beating her sister and mother, hit after hit, as if something heavy fell on the floor." More from the neighbor's testimony. Sasha got engaged to a 16-year-old girl, and she screamed almost every day, until the police arrived and took her out of the apartment, dead on a stretcher. But no one was arrested. We haven't heard anything else about this girl. We didn't read anything in the papers either. I constantly read obituaries, but there was never anything about a 16-year-old girl. Well, these two women work in court. Yes, and the girl was from the lowest social class. So who cares about the like? Zhenya really came from a poor family. Her parents are the simplest alcoholics living in the suburbs of Novokuznetsk.